Samsung Galaxy K Zoom or Xiaomi Mi Note 10 Pro? Let's see. Starting with the Samsung, it has a 24mm lens with a 20 megapixel sensor, and its lens is capable of 10 times optical zoom in continuous zoom and up to 20x zoom digitally. Whereas on the Mi Note 10 Pro we have 5 lenses. The one on the top is the 2x optical zoom for portrait. The second one from the top is the 5x optical zoom, 5 megapixels. The third lens is the 108 megapixels sensor with a lens that is 25 millimeters. The one here is the 20 megapixel ultra wide lens with 16 millimeters, and the little tiny dot here is the 2 megapixel macro lens. Talking about aperture, the Galaxy K Zoom goes from 3.1 when it's on 1x, and it goes up to 6.3 when it takes 10 times optical zoom images. Whereas on the Mi Note 10 Pro we have f2.0 for the 2x telephoto lens, f2.0 for the 5 times optical zoom, 1.69 for the 100 megapixel sensor, 2.2 f for the ultra wide lens. Now for the first shot, we'll try to take a 10x zoom shot. So let's zoom with the Samsung Galaxy K Zoom and try to take that picture. From the same spot, we try to take the same picture but with the Xiaomi Mi Note 10 Pro at 10x zoom. In this first set of photos, we can see something very impressive, because at first glance the Mi Note 10 shot looks more appealing thanks to better contrast and better color representation. But at the same time, the bokeh effect on the background is better on the Samsung Galaxy K Zoom thanks to its sensor and its lens. At the same time, we can see that the details are a little bit better on the Mi Note 10 shot thanks to a bit of over sharpening with the software. But if we zoom in a lot, we can see that real details are better on the Galaxy K Zoom shot. For the second photo, we are indoors and we'll try to take a shot with a mid-range zoom, like 5x, of those keys. Let's focus and shot. Now trying with the Mi Note 10, we have the dedicated button for 5x zoom, and we'll take the same shot. Now for the second photo, things are more similar. In fact, we have basically the same shot at first glance. Maybe the Galaxy K zoom on the left is more warm, but not that much of a difference. If we zoom a little bit, we can see that the Mi Note 10 shot is apparently sharper thanks to an elaborated software, but if we zoom in a lot, we can clearly see that details are better on the Galaxy K zoom. This is thanks to its resolution, because whenever you zoom on the Galaxy K zoom from 1x to 10x, the resolution will be always 20 megapixels, whereas on the Mi Note 10 Pro, this shot at 5x zoom is only 5 megapixels. And now we'll see the same 5x zoom shot, but with poor light condition. In fact, I've turned off the light and there is only a little light on in this room. Try to focus, and this is the shot with the Galaxy K zoom. And now trying the same shot with the Mi Note 10 at 5x. And now, guys, things get really interesting. In fact, in this shot, in a low light situation at 5x times optical zoom, we can clearly see that the image from the Mi Note 10 on the right is well exposed. It has a better color temperature. In fact, the real scene was exactly what the Mi Note 10 got. But at the same time, we can see that although there is more noise on the Galaxy K zoom shot, there is also more detail. You can clearly see that among these keys, details are better on the Galaxy K zoom, although there is more noise. Obviously, this is a consequence of the smoothing that the Mi Note 10 applies over the image. Okay, now let's try some video capabilities. Firstly, with the Samsung Galaxy K zoom. Let me know in the comments also the sound quality. And this is the optical zoom on the Galaxy K zoom. This is 10 times optical zoom, and it can go up to 20 times digital zoom. This is the max zoom on the Galaxy K zoom, so a lot of zoom and a lot of details as well. Now let's try some HDR scene like this one, where there is the sun behind the clouds and a lot of shadows. And now let's move on to the Mi Note 10. This is the same 1080p 60 fps video, but from the Xiaomi Mi Note 10. And unfortunately, on the Mi Note 10, I can't switch between the lenses when I start a record. So if I zoom in, this is totally digital zoom, as you can see. But if I stop the recording and I start this new one starting with the 2x telephoto lens. This is optically zoomed, so I can choose between the lenses, but only before I start the recording, not when I'm recording the video. So also I have the ultra wide angle, as you can see. And going back to the 1x main sensor, let's try, like before, HDR scene. So as you can see, now the HDR is better on the Mi Note 10. Also a big mention for the super stabilization mode on the Mi Note 10. As you can see, I'm moving a lot the smartphone, and the result is